Yes, hello. Hello, I'm here to tell you something today. Did you like that? Yeah. Oh, where'd she go? Oh, I'm back. Does that have something in my hair? Oh, I think it's just a gray. Or is that actually something? I think it's something in my hair. Is it? Is it gone? Is it gone? Is it gone? Okay, well. Anywho, so here's the deal, friends. Today I'm back with another video on how to make friends, and today the video is how do I make friends with Black people? Now, I will be honest with you. I feel like of all the questions that I have, this one's probably the least of a question and more of just like I need some reassurance, okay? I'm happy to say that all of my friends, except for maybe 1 to 5% in my lifetime, have been Black folks. So that's fine. But a few years ago, I found something out. I found out that we have decided culturally to take part in the resegregation and exclusionary behaviors of our oppressors, and then the LGBT community, and so on and so forth. Many communities have basically just decided, you know what, y'all, it's us now. And I'm going to tell you something. This is not like a I'm rooting for everybody Black kind of conversation. This is more of a like, enough is enough. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I cannot do this with you no more. I'm out. And I get that. I have, in fact, had to do that in my own life, like on just like a personal level. Like I'm fully estranged from my family. Like I'm done. I'm moving into my new life, and I want to have my new friends and build my own version of family in that. And admittedly, as much as I have seen myself as someone who can get along with anybody, in all reality, I get along mostly with Black people. When I'm in my house and I'm not on YouTube, which I'll admit that as this YouTube channel gets bigger, I'm probably going to code switch, which it's not code switching for me. It's a dialect. I'm multi-dialectal, being the fact that I was raised in multiple households. I was at this person's house, this person's house. People used to call it mirroring or even, again, code switching, but I have the ability to speak multiple dialects because my tongue learned how at a young age to form the words properly. And being multi-ethnic, I was really required to do that because let you say something white in front of your Black family, they're gonna be like, that's white people. And let you say something Black in front of your white family, and they're gonna, you know what I'm saying? So at home, I'm gonna be honest, I speak AAVE. It's just how I naturally speak. Frankly, that means that for me to be in my most natural space, I'd like to be around people that I feel comfortable speaking AAV with. And I'll admit, sometimes even with my clients, if they've heard me say something in a video and then they say it to me, like when someone says like, do your thing, like, first of all, I don't really say thing like that, but when they're saying that, I feel like they're just saying it to me because they know that I'm not white, if that makes any sense, which makes me uncomfortable because it's like, you don't talk like that. Why did you just say that? And so again, it's like, I don't know. The truth is, as Black people, we have to know how cool we are and that our slang is taken all the time. So should we really be surprised that nowadays more and more and more other cultures know how to use our lingo, and sometimes actually properly at that? Like, and so maybe they weren't being rude. We'll call it rude. But if I feel like I have to change the way that I speak to be around you so that you don't think that it's cool to speak the way that I speak to me, which sometimes is questionable, then obviously it's going to feel more natural for me to want to be around Black folk. It's just what it is. I grew up around Black folk. Like even on my mom's side, when I was growing up in my most formidable years, my mom had a Black girlfriend and a Black Muslim boyfriend. So when I tell you, like, I was raised to see myself as Blackity Black. Like, that's back in the day when mixed people were Black. And so I have a little bit of trouble now when I've learned that in the exclusionary resegregation of society that's happening amongst all identity groups, that Black people have basically decided to say, if I don't know you, you're not Black enough. Like, I've been in groups where even people who are clearly full Black and just happen to be light-skinned are told that they're crying light-skinned tears, and they get kicked out of the group and banned because they were like, what's with all the colorism? And then it's like, you're not Black enough. And it's like, because I'm mixed and I'm watching this conversation happen, and I'm hoping y'all don't see my picture and how light I am. And oh my gosh, like, everything I say now is going to be, you got to check my skin color first before it's valid. And whoa. That was new to me, because the truth is, like, when we're talking about Blackness, see, I got to be careful with my words now because everything is so offensive, but it's like, there are people who've always seen me as Blacker than certain other types of Black people, which I think we need to let go of. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially now, because it was like anime kids and stuff like that. And it's like, now the blurred society is growing. So that's cool. But it's like, I've never been in this predicament before. I was always Black enough because I think there was a point in time where it was like, you are biracial and you choose to claim your Blackness so fully, and everything you do is Black, all your friends are Black, everything you root for is Black. Like, okay, you're Black. I'm not going to take that away from you. And I think even before that, it was kind of like, and this is where I think my mom's boyfriend tried to teach my mom, like, look, white people are going to see her as Black. So you trying to check another box or look for, why don't they have a biracial box and all this different stuff? They are going to see her as 3/5. And so my mom was like, whoa, one drop. My mom really was like, wow, okay, I believe all that stuff, at least while she was with him. And so I just don't even know, because it's like my grandma is light skinned. I had a relative that was like, honestly, from behind looked like a white woman. That was how like fair her skin was. And it was literally only right here that she was Black, because everything else about her was white. And so I've reached a point in my life where I'm actually very much afraid to even speak from the Black place, to have someone like FD signifier or intellectual who I deeply respect turn around and do a video about me and tell me that I ain't shit and I'm not Black or something, would be like, you know? And it's like, again, that would never happen. But being biracial in these places and realizing that somehow wires got crossed and now Black people think I asked to be born mixed. And again, this is not all Black people. Let's just be real. I feel like I maybe run into it about 25% of the time in my interactions online, but that's 25% more than ever. It was never before. And so when I say, how do I make friends with Black people? I really don't need help with that, because we make friends. We have... you ever been in a room and that happened? Yeah, time to head out. Yeah, it's very easy to connect with Black people in real life. It's very easy to connect with Black people when I'm just in the grocery. Well, I don't go to the grocery store, but when I did, it was. And honestly, pretty much anywhere I go, it's Black people that I end up naturally interacting with and talking to. And hey, can I ask you a question? Like anything like that, I'm going to go speak to somebody who's one of my people. Now, I'm well aware that when they see me, they might think like, who's this Puerto Rican walking up to me? Because guess what? My best friend from school, she thought I was Puerto Rican and did not like me because of it. Full on like prejudice. Okay, let's just be real. But I don't judge her for that, because that's just who she was. Okay. She was my friend that I always had to tell people, like, she's just like that. Leave her alone about everything. So she was very difficult. She was a very contrary person. But still, she was one of the few people in my life and experience, even at that time in my life, who treated me that way. And then even I grew on her and there was no denying it. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's just been a struggle to imagine putting myself out there and being rejected by my own people who, like, again, as much as I'm hesitating and kind of walking around my words because I'm about to put something on the internet, the truth is, outside of this, you can't, like, I wish you would try to tell me what I am and what I'm not, right? Like, I really wish you would, because then we're gonna have a conversation. And the truth is, what did I tell you? I was raised by a Panther. Like, I know more about this than you do, baby. So, and if you know as much as I do, then me and you are going to have a conversation and it's going to end beautifully. So my thing is, like, I don't want to have to be disliked by every Black person that I meet. Like, becoming friends with the person that I was friends with all those years, it kind of still took some work. Like, not really, but it just wasn't natural, because this person thought a certain thing about me and just had this distaste in her mouth. I will admit that I'm trying to become more loving and open in my present life. I'm actually trying to be less of a, like, I'm trying to not do that shit. And I'll be real with you, like, I feel like I'm gonna have to start a whole separate channel for, like, when I want to talk about things from my own culture. I have a separate YouTube that's, like, not really what I want to be doing. It's more just work. When I'm describing something that Black people do, I will say, in my culture, the youth say. Because I really like it. Like, oh my gosh, I saw this amazing documentary. I think they're called Free documentary. And I think it's like a French dude, and he goes to all these different places and he just kind of sees how people live. And I love it because this lady's voice, who usually does the voiceovers for the people speaking other languages. And I love it because they take what the people are saying and they turn it into very proper, like probably like British English or something. It takes something that people would look at and go, oh, these people are speaking another language. I don't understand them. They must be dumb, because that's how Americans Americans are taught, and it turns it into like, oh, okay, you're just a person sharing about your life and your history and your culture. Cool. And this is, we're having a nice conversation. I really, really like it. And I'm trying to become a person that sees everybody like that. Everybody is just in their little world, trying to make the best of things. I want to believe that most people are not evil. And so to that end, I've realized that like the exclusionary behaviors that I have taken on as a Black person are now being put against me as a biracial Black person. And now that I feel it, I don't want to make other people feel that way. But I think what that means now is that my Blackness is going to be more in question than ever, because I think that we are, as a Black society in America, okay, Black Western American society specifically, we have reached a point where we're basically like, look, it's us against everybody. And it's been like that. Like, it has been us against everybody, but now it's here. And if I don't look like us, and if honestly, if some of you don't look like us, aka some of you same skin tone as me, different texture, okay, same hair texture, but maybe you're darker, and so it's like, it's that thing about what I see and what my brain processes instantaneously and says that you're good or you're bad. That's changing. It's changing really, really rapidly. I have reached a point where I am afraid to put myself out there, at least on the internet. But I'd like to believe that the interactions that I do have anytime I do go outside are still proof that my culture and my culture. My culture and I are connected, and there's nothing that can take that from me. Well, that's my spiel about trying to make friends with Black people. I guess it's to say that it's not really something I think I'm going to struggle with, but more so the same thing with making friends in general. I think Black people are the people I would have the easiest time making friends with, because it's just what it is. But I also don't know where Black people like me are anymore. I do think that I could go to brunch or something. We love brunch now, which is pretty cool. But I will also say, like, if I walk up to a table and a bunch of sisters look at me like, and I'm like, hey, can I be your friend? No, you cannot be our friend. Who the fuck told you to come over here and do that shit? And so it's like, I don't know. I'm worried that if I don't start making some friends soon, that I will never make any friends and I'll be isolated for the rest of my life. And I'm worried that if I only try to make friends with Black people, then I'm just going to end up being somebody that I'm not, which is somebody who excludes for the sake of exclusion. I'm not that person anymore. If that's what Black culture is becoming, then that means that I'm not Black to the current culture, which means that I'm not even allowed to participate. And if I'm not Black, then I'm not nothing. That's not a lie. So I do have to figure that out. I gotta figure that out. And I'd like to know where I should go, where that could be seen, where I can go where people are just genuine. And I don't even know where that is, let alone to then go find the Black section. Like what? So it's funny that this is the one thing, like, of all these, like, because this is a whole series, right? Like, of all the, like, what group, how do you make friends with this certain identity, that trying to make friends within my own identity feels like so much pain is attached to it because there's so many rules against it now. And I just will say this to end it. Like, if you're Black and you look at mixed people, especially younger mixed people who maybe don't have the same identity that I do, that have more of the American identity that I think social media has progressed and pushed onto so many people just in general of all cultures. Like, if you feel that way, aren't you kind of mad that they don't have more connection to their identity? You treating them that way is only going to make them feel like they should stay away from it, So just be aware that somebody's just been raised by white folks. They don't know any better, right? Somebody's have never been around nobody real. Like they've never even been to the hood to know what like a neighborhood feels like. They think that all neighborhoods are hoods. Like, there's so many things that they don't know. They're not going to figure it out if you just basically tell them like you're not even Black, and some of them are actually Black. So please be careful. Please be careful in this day and age, because what my mom's boyfriend tried to teach me back in the day, or tried to teach her back in the day, of like, look, white people gonna see them a certain way, is very, very true. And I think that we are going to lose an entire generation and lose touch within ourselves and lose the opportunities that we're supposed to have to be community and unity and organized and all these things off of whose phenotype matches or not. Brothers, sisters, do you really think our phenotypes are what we should be judging after slavery? That's crazy to me. That's absolutely crazy. We didn't have a choice. I especially didn't have a choice. What are you talking about? So For those of you who are like, all right, okay, you are freaking out. What kind of black friends are you looking for? I would like to be friends with Josh Johnson or Josh Johnson-esque type of people. Josh Johnson, if you only recently discovered him, you might think that he is more of like a white black person, but that's not true at all. Okay, that's not true at all. Black. Okay, I just want you to know that. Josh Johnson is a black man, and I want to be friends with people like Josh Johnson. I feel like Josh Johnson is going to be a man of the world, a man of the people, and that's who I've always wanted to be. So if you're like, hey, I know some groups or some places or some people or some types or whatever, I would love to hear from you and learn where I'm supposed to go to make black friends. Oh my gosh. FG Signifier, if you see a video about, if you see this, please don't come for me. I cannot. Please don't. Because I wasn't even trying to. The only reason I brought you and Intellectual up is because both of y'all make slick ass comments all the time about biracial people. Okay, that's it. That's the only reason why. And also, I don't know too many other people as popular as you guys. Okay, so I said your names. Excuse me. All right, everybody, I'm gonna get going. Am I gonna post this video? See, the good thing about this whole series, not just this series, but also the fact that I'm doing the 30 videos in 30 days or as fast as I can kind of thing, is that most people ain't gonna see this. That's right, child. Most people ain't gonna see these new videos, so you don't gotta be afraid of nothing. Okay, goodbye.